Hey, for once I've managed to escape both of my desks for a short period of time, and I'm just heading off to see a trainer at a local fight gym here to help promote the fundraiser that I'm running. If you're wondering what fundraiser is, that's the one that's up here or down in the links below in the description. Go and have a look at it. It's my Give a Little page. I'm trying to get some lighting trust together for helping out with the local fight events and things like that that I take part in. So just going to pop up now and see Mark at MTI Wellington. Hey, I'm just up here at MTI Wellington. I'm talking to Mark here, who runs the joint. And I'm talking to Dan. Dan's a fighter. Talking to Scott here about the trussing that we're wanting to get. Okay, so that was really awesome. Those guys are always very, very helpful. So, yeah, I'm glad they were there to give me a hand with this. Now I just need to go out and find half a dozen other people to do the same sort of thing and really get this campaign moving. In the meantime, it's a trip home for me. Just that, thank you. Explained it today.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, it's fine like that, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks very much.
See ya.
See ya.
This is the forest park up behind where I live. And it's just beautiful native forest, and we get awesome mists growing up through it, and that's what I get to see when I wake up in the morning. The suburb I'm in has had a bit of a reputation for a long time of being a bit of a rough area, mostly undeserved, but it's a strange thing where people who live in one place feel this strange need to sort of rag on other suburbs or other ways of living or other ethnic groups or something, and instead of just saying, hey look, we're different, let's embrace our differences and join them together, they've got to get competitive and say this is better than that, where in fact it's just, I tend to find that's a complete load of bullshit. And if we all work together and say, hey, this place has got its strengths and this place has got its weaknesses and this one's the other way around, and the same with it's platform wars, it's your phones, it's your technology, it's your editing software, it's the type of car you drive, it's the food you prefer to eat. And I think a lot of people just need to get over themselves and decide that it's okay to have a mixture of everything, and everything has its pros and cons. I've gone into this argument before. You've had enough of that. Anyway, home again now. Go do some editing, and just need to get down here in front of the Mac, capture all the video I've shot today, and get some promotional material up for the fundraiser that we're doing. So, that's not a product placement, I just like that iced tea. when you're going to plant some veggies out, it's really important to really get into the soil and turn it all up and pull all of these weeds out. And the reason I'm getting quite violent with the soil and pulling them all out is you need to get them all out right by the roots. And if you loosen the soil up, you won't leave those little bits of dangly root line around, and you just get the whole thing out, and it won't grow back so easily. You're never going to get it all, but you've got to do the best you can. See, just little bits like this you might miss, a little bulb, and it'll just go wild if you let it. And the thing is, just when you think you've got all those little bits of weed is when they just start, you dig through again and you find a whole heap more. All we need is little bits of stalk and things that creep up through the soil, and it's just enough to let some of these really noxious weeds get a grip and take over the garden again. You don't want to do that. See, every time you think you're done and you start smoothing it out, a whole heap more pops up. It's amazing how much stuff can be in just a couple of square meters of soil. Okie dokie, so that's as much as can be reasonably expected, and probably a hell of a lot more than most people would do, to be completely honest. I'm a bit pedantic about how much I pull out. But it does make a big difference to keeping it clean and the survival rate of your plants afterwards. Even though what I'm putting in here now is a whole heap of radishes that I planted from seed. I want to have that whole patch of those. I love putting radishes in food. It really brings out flavour and adds a bit of spice to stuff. And it's also really good at increasing your metabolic rate. So here we go, put the radishes in. You'll notice when I put the radishes in that I'm separating them all out quite well, so I'm just getting one plant at a time, and then I'm pushing the dirt in around the plant and then just filling it in back over, so you don't break up those little capillary roots and stuff on there. This isn't the best light to be filming this in, but in the dusk like this, when there's still a bit of temperature and the ground's not too cold and there's no stinking hot sunlight to cook them, this is the best time to put these in, because you're not shocking them with temperature either way. And that's an important thing to keep in mind when transplanting plants, is that they go through a fair whack of trauma just being moved, and you don't really want to subject them to temperature trauma at the same time and dry them out too much and heat them up too much or cool them down too much. And you always try to take as much of the dirt with the root as you can. Not always possible, but it's a good thing to strive for. So there you go, that's all that planted. Got all my radishes in there, I've got some garlic growing in there, and my turnips up along here. And now I'm going to head inside and wash my hands before I touch the camera too much more, because I don't want to get this shit all over the camera. So it's been a pretty busy day for me. I've got plenty of video shot, I've got heaps of editing done, I've managed to get a fair whack of my gardening done, which is really good, and my broccoli, my cauliflower are coming up really well as well. Tomorrow I'm going to see if I can wander around Wellington as long as the weather lets me, and have a look at some of the street art that's growing up around where I'm working at the moment. And also, if the weather lets me, I'm going to try and get the drone out, because I haven't done that for a while, and go maybe find somewhere new to explore. In the meantime, I'm going to hit back in on some editing. I'm going to do some more fight videos, so watch out for those ones coming up. And I'm going to watch a bit of Lost in Space, the new series, and see what that's like, because I've heard lots of really good things about it. And that's me for this evening. Don't forget to click subscribe and the like button and notify bell, and if you've got any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below and all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.